Welcome back, everyone, to Front Office Sports continuing coverage of Super Bowl 59 from the New Orleans Convention Center. I'm Baker Machado, and we can't talk New Orleans without a New Orleans legend, Demario Davis, linebacker for the Saints, joining us here at Radio Row. Demario, good to have you here. Thanks so much for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me on, man. Excited about this.
So before we talk about the game, any of this stuff, we got to talk about your partnership you got right now with Intuit, all about financial literacy, which I think is something that is really undercovered and under talked about within the NFL circles.
I mean, under the NFL Inspired Change partnership with Intuit, man, it's really about doing the real work. And how are we helping the fringes of the community? How are we helping underserved? How are we pouring into the next generation? And that's what Intuit is doing. Right now, I think statistically, only 33% of adults are financially literate. But Intuit believes that can be 100%. And there's no reason that we can't. We can go in and we can teach kids how to become financially literate in one semester. They have over 150 hours of tech curriculum for kids to be able to understand financial concepts, to be able to understand and engage with games that teach them, savings, budgeting, credit, how to file taxes, all those different things that you need to know. It's a life skill.
Yep.
Just as common as knowing how to apply for a job or to make a resume. Is something that you need to know, but it's not taught in school.
Yep, so true.
So Intuit is figuring out a way to create a solution for that. Or has figured out a way to create a solution for that, and is engaging with these kids. It was over 300 kids here yesterday. I was with Intuit. I was in the breakout sessions looking at the games that they was playing. It was a really cool thing. Teaching these kids financial skills that they're going to need for life.
Yeah, it's so shocking and sad how little financial literacy we do in schools these years for a lot of kids now. And how much money is such a big part of your everyday life, and just like smarter choices that you make will change so many aspects of your life as a result of that.
It's so vital, especially I see it from the athlete's perspective.
Yeah.
When you have people like to talk about the athletes, 70-80% of them getting in the game and going broke.
Yeah,
that
bankrupt.
But that would happen to a lot of people who aren't athletes if they were in the same situation. There's many people who could be managing their resources better that are probably living check to check, and they don't have to.
True.
Just because of poor spending habits or not understanding, certain financial literate concepts. But even more critical is not NIL. So it's many people who will never go pro, but that are going to be blessed with resources as they go experience NIL at the college level. And I think they're going to need those skill sets. So the faster that we can get this in schools and get this in organizations and programs' hands to be able to use what Intuit is doing, Intuit for education, it's going to help so many more people.
Let's talk about you being a finalist for an amazing award as well, the NFL Players Association Alan Page Community Award. Talk about what that nomination means to you, because we know how much community matters to so many players out there.
Man, it's humbling to be able to experience that, because it's not about rewards. It's not about awards in that way. I believe my rewards are in heaven for any work that I do, and hopefully any work that I do is glorifying to the King above. But it's about people. It's about how do we help people? We have this great game. We have this great platform, and to whom much is given, much is required. So how do we maximize based on what we have and the access that we have? Everywhere we go, especially in the cities that we play, we have so much influence. And so how can we use that influence and affluence to help people, to amplify people who are creating real solutions for people? And that's what it's been. We've been able to partner with some amazing people. We were able to give away some Super Bowl tickets to a first responder here recently who, we had that tragic accident, that tragic incident on
New Year's Day.
Yeah. And, we were able to award one of the first responders that was there some Super Bowl tickets, and just being able to partner with different people like Intuit, like Ashley here in the community, it's been amazing. And I think that's what has allowed us to even have to be recognized in that way. But it's really about a heart for impacting the community.
Very well said. Let's talk, the game. New Orleans, 11th time this amazing city has hosted the Super Bowl. You are a legend in this city. Everybody here loves you. What is it about this city that's so unique to host such an incredible moment that hundreds of millions of people around the world are watching?
Yeah. Listen, if you're not in New Orleans right now, you're missing out. Get here fast. It's just unreal. It's Super Bowl, first of all, is the greatest event on the planet. Then it's being held in one of the greatest cities in the country. You know, New Orleans is just so unique. It's the history, it's the culture, it's the vibrancy, it's the it's the dance, it's the festivals, it's great people, it's better food.
The food, yes, the food. Don't ever forget about the food.
Everybody you talk to who is here, they're having such a great time. It's the perfect city for a Super Bowl. It's just a great time. It's a celebration. It's something for everyone to do. And it's great people. And there's no better, more hospitable people than you're going to find in people in New Orleans.
Demario, we'll get you out of here on this. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar, we're really excited for his halftime performance. There's a hope that maybe like Lil Wayne will perform because we want some New Orleans representation. But I'm curious, who is on the Mount Rushmore of New Orleans artists, of the best artists here in this town?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, you got to be careful when you say that, because when you talk about a Mount Rushmore, you got to understand that this is a jazz rich place. So you have to have people like, Louis Armstrong.
Yes, amen.
In that conversation, we're going to get an amazing performance by Trombone Shorty, who's a local legend, here. But when you talk about like hip hop, you got Master P, of course, they got to be on that. You got the Hot Boys, they got to be on that. You got Lil Wayne, and so I mean, it's Fantasia's from here. So you got so many artists that have, this is home for them. We got a chance to have Grammy Award winning artists last night perform at an event that we were at, Lauren Daigle. So you got so much diversity that's hard to build. It's like, what type of Mount Rushmore?
Totally. No,
this is a music epicenter. So
amen. So well said. Demario Davis, the legend linebacker for the New Orleans Saints, joining us here on Radio Row. Thank you so very much for joining us.
All right, thank you, man. God bless.
And we got more continuing coverage for you, or Super Bowl 59 coming up.